Hey everybody, it's Thomas from Wired for Health, Wealth, Success, and I'm here with Terry Evans. And I'd asked Terry to share one of his foundational attributes to improve health, wealth, and success. Terry.
Well, I think one of the biggest things is being open to suggestion. If you have people that have something that is working for them, it's worth your time and effort to maybe listen to what they have to see if it might work for you. And that goes for health, that goes for wellness, that goes for business, that goes for everyday life. If you have something in turn that is working for you, it's almost an obligation that you should share it with other people, because it doesn't make any sense to keep it to yourself. So do what you can to help people out and share the wealth and health.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Terry. That's awesome, buddy. Yeah.
Radio, it's an awesome job. It's a terrific career. Started when I was young, didn't turn back, sort of thing. The thing is, as you go through your career in radio, you start losing out on things like personal life and time and that sort of thing. And as you progress in your career, you get to go from, maybe an evening shift to a daytime shift and then to a morning shift, where I am now, and I wake up in the middle of the night to go to work. So I wake up at 3:30 every morning. And I end up doing, a full day of work. And a lot of people think, well, you're just on the air from 5 till 9. That's 4 hours. What else could there be? Well, there's lots of other stuff that happens throughout the course of the day. And then there's appearances and promotional things and so on. And a lot of times you don't get to bed until 9, 10, 11, midnight, whatever the case may be. So you're working on 3.5 hours of sleep and then doing the same thing all over again. So when you have the opportunity to get a little time to yourself, it's pretty valuable, and getting the rest that you need so that you can rejuvenate yourself, refuel yourself. And that was my problem. I had gotten up to 240 pounds, and I was fueling myself. I was getting all of my energy from sugar, and it was just the crash and burn that was happening, off the big high. And I'd get off the air and have a Pepsi and a Wonder Bar and a bag of chips just so I could make it until 1 o'clock when I got home. And I would have lunch and then a bowl of ice cream so I could have enough energy to, for my kids to get home from school at 4 o'clock. But I was just a miserable asshole. And really tough to be around. It was awful for... Fries are up. So I had to change, and luckily I had some good friends that were able to help me with that. And it was Mike King and his family, his daughter Danielle. We have strong ties between our families, and Mike and Danielle introduced me to Valentis, and 3.5 years, almost 4 years later, we're still friends. Believe it or not. The thing about it was I didn't even drink coffee. I started just with the trim drink, and then trim and immune, and then thought, well, maybe I'll try the coffee, and then the coffee started working. I went from 200. I didn't weigh myself until I had already started, so I started at 232 pounds, went down to 206 over the course of 4 months. And while that was all happening, I decided that I should probably let other people know about this. So I paid the $20, became an independent representative, and became a diamond in Valentis in 4 months. So it was a pretty interesting learning curve, considering that I didn't even drink coffee, and I didn't have time to start a home-based business. But then as I sort of started seeing the results of my own personal use and started feeling better and started realizing that I didn't need all the sugar, and I was cutting it out of my diet because of the products, didn't need all the sugar for the energy, I was sharing it and finding myself sharing it more and more, and finding myself with time to share it and to help people get healthy themselves. And I ended up enrolling over 200 people in a very short period of time and saw people lose as much as 50, 55 pounds. Some very good friends, Nicola and Paula, both lost over 50 pounds. And I had other people who started with the products and didn't see any results whatsoever. It was all about commitment and whether or not they wanted to actually get well. Because if you say you want to get well, but you don't really want to get well, you're not going to get well. And that is time related as well. So what it came down to, and the other aspect of it was, sure, there was a lot of people seeing results, but there was also the opportunity for the business. And the thing you run into the most when you present somebody with the opportunity is, oh, I don't have time for that. And then you see how they commented for 3.5 hours on somebody's, Facebook profile later that night, or they tell you the next day about how great the Bachelorette was last night, but they don't have time to start a home-based business. So it's all about priorities, it's all about commitment, and it's all about what is important to you. And finding the time, or making the time, is pretty important. I actually made up a recipe for time, and it resonated with people just because of the fact that I have the same amount of time in a day as anybody else. It's just that a lot of it is taken up by various activities. The thing is, you can get into this business, this home-based business, and you can do very well at it if you spend half an hour a day on it. You do phenomenal if you can spend 2 hours a day on it. And if you can find other people that will also spend a half an hour or an hour or 2 hours a day on it, you will have an amazing team and be very successful. My recipe for time is a cup of desire, a cup of passion, 2 tablespoons of hunger, a teaspoon each of uncertainty and nerve, and a pinch of panic. You mix it all together in a pail of purpose, and you've got time. You can literally make time. If you think about time, that's just, everybody has a regular job, right? Except for Don, right? Everybody has a regular job, the job, just over broke sort of thing. So when you do your job, you work for 2 weeks and then you get compensated with money, correct? So on the 30th and 15th, you work 2 weeks, and then on the 15th, you get X dollars. And then you work 2 more weeks, and then on the 30th, you get X dollars. What do you think it would be like if that was how you got your time? Would you be a little more frugal with it?
Yeah.
Would you concentrate it a little differently? Would you find it more valuable? We all have the same amount of time, and that's the thing. You only have that allotted amount of time. There's only 24 hours a day. You can't magically get 26 hours. You get 24 hours every day. So however you spend that time is very important. If you're spending that time on things and on people that provide no return on investment, then you're not spending your time very wisely. So you can make your own time, just like you can make jam or bread, and then you spend your time. Just make sure that, because time is your own personal currency. So be careful on who and on what you spend it. Okay? There, that's all I have to say about that.
Hey guys, I'm just going to show you how to make your first order on the website of the person who got you here. In the top address bar, not the Google search bar, type in their address. Double check the person's name is at the top of the page. Click on Order Now. Choose your membership. You can either be a customer, a preferred customer, or for a $20 lifetime membership fee, you can become an independent representative in Volantis and collect commissions on everything that people order through your website, just as I am doing right now. Okay, cool. So next is put in your personal information, create a username and password, your shipping and billing info, and now you choose your pack. Choose 1, 3, 6, 16, or 36 boxes. Now let them of product, and you just click the little drop downs to make that happen. Now let the magic begin. That was easy.